Hello and welcome to Sit Down with the Chief. We're here with editor Richard Steyer, who's going to talk about the latest kerfluffle of the fire department, where the controversy over a Vulcan leader's statement that firefighters don't run into burning buildings has escalated into the commissioner's office. Richard?
The fire department held its annual memorial service October 11th up at the Firemen's Monument on Riverside Drive. And for most of his speech, Fire Commissioner Daniel Nigro talked about the dangers, the risks that are taken, the heroism with which firefighters perform their jobs, all standard stuff that you would expect to hear in any memorial service. Where he departed was in his use of the phrase or variation on it, we do run into burning buildings 3 separate times. And this clearly seemed aimed as a rebuke of Captain Paul Washington, the former head of the Vulcan Society of Black Firefighters, who earlier this year had told a group of students at the Borough of Manhattan Community College that the job was dangerous, but not nearly as dangerous as people thought, and that they should not believe, based on how the movies tend to treat firefighting, that firefighters run into burning buildings. And he was speaking with hyperbole there, and he was not providing context that you have a good deal of training and teamwork that helps make the danger more manageable, but it created something of an uproar in the department among the rank and file, and it seemed as if the commissioner was speaking to that portion of the rank and file that had taken umbrage with Captain Washington's remarks. The captain was not present at the memorial ceremony. He said afterwards that he thought that it was dog whistling on the commissioner's part, that it was aimed at white firefighters, and was basically meant to satisfy them that this uppity man who had tried to better diversify the fire department was being put in his place. Regina Wilson, who is the current head of the Vulcan Society, is not given to statements quite that strong, but she did say that she felt it was not an appropriate event at which to be making that kind of a remark, that she felt that the commissioner should have been using the occasion to unify rather than to divide people. And it should be noted that she sang the national anthem at the memorial service. And I mean, there was a good deal of reaction on the part of some fire union people who felt that the commissioner was doing a good thing, and his chief spokesman defended it, saying that he believed that it was the most appropriate place to talk about it, simply because you are marking an occasion where you are honoring people who wound up giving their lives in the service, that it accentuates just how much danger there is, and not just from being killed in the line of duty, but also the buildup of toxins from breathing in some of the stuff that firefighters have to breathe in at fire scenes, very often leading to their deaths, with 159 of them having succumbed belatedly to the toll taken by working down at Ground Zero. There is still the question, ultimately, of whether this is simply going to create a further schism in a department that is already divided because of the judge's ruling and the city's steps to change the firefighter exam and to better integrate, particularly get more black firefighters into the ranks.
Thank you, Richard Steyer, and thank you for watching Sit Down with the Chief.